Alright everyone, let's get back into some special edition. I am going to move through a number of mods here rather quickly because I added about 50 mods in one night. So I kind of went overboard there, and I want to share with you these mods that I have added before I move on. So the first mod up is Menhir Standing Stones, and this is going to change the meshes of the standing stones as well as alter their abilities. I, however, just wanted the look of the stones and not the effects, so I went ahead and extracted the BSAs and kept the textures and meshes and just deleted the ESP. So make sure that this is at the bottom of your load order to make sure that it works well with the next mod, which is Rin's Standing Stone. This is going to overhaul the areas around the standing stones, so they will be more unique. You will find extra decorations and loot around these areas, and some have alchemy and enchanting tables added to them. Some areas, like the ritual stone in the Whiterun hold, have been modified to have additional NPCs. I believe there were 2 here when I got to this area, but I remember there only being 1 before I added this mod. So there are patches for northern roads, and I have not found any issues with this mod. So try it out if you like more structures and decorations in your Skyrim world. Next is Small Nordic Tent Replacer, and this will change the mesh and textures of the small tents that you see in the Skyrim world. So you'll often see these used by hunters and soldiers and Stormcloak and Imperials at the camps. So at first I was hesitant to try this mod because of how bright the tents were, and honestly I thought they just looked a bit too clean, and it stood out in a bad way. So luckily there's an optional version to have Rally's textures that will give the tents a more darker look. It makes the model look so much better, and continuing my quest to make Skyrim look like another game, this model is a great addition. Next, we have water plants. This is going to place some plants in the waters of Skyrim, like lily pads. They look really detailed, and they are a great aesthetic, especially around the Riverwood area. My only issue with this mod was these photo-like images that they have, and they have like static water drops on them, you know, if you take a good look at them like real closely, and I just didn't like that, you know. So I would have preferred them to just be dry. So like I said, it's not that bad. You'll only notice it if you get really close to them. So overall the mod is great. It's performance friendly, it's small in size, and I'm going to hold on to this one. Next is Hold Border Guards Definitive Edition. This will add gates and borders on the road that you'll see when entering a hold. They will often be occupied by guards of that hold, and you can see this mod in action when you're first starting a new game after escaping Helgen Keep with Hadvar or Rayloft, and you're just heading down the hill to Riverwood. So shortly after observing this mod, I noticed that the NPCs would not move, like they didn't have proper packaging, or there was incorrect or missing nav meshes. So what I did like about this mod is the differences in the borders based on the hold that you visit. So Markarth will have mossy stone walls, while Whiterun will have more like a cleaner brick walls and farm fences. So I was actually okay with the guards just standing there and not really moving, but my real issue with this mod came with the incompatibilities that it has with either Northern Roads or Luxvia. I have tried using the available patches but didn't get any luck, so I'm just going to have to pass on this one. Okay, so the next mod is a map mod utilizing the Flat World Map framework. This is traditional Skyrim Solstheim paper maps, and this one is pretty lore friendly, as I believe it takes the same map that the soldiers use at the war tables. So this mod also doesn't use a plugin, so you can swap it out at any time. I think this map was originally in 4K, but I've reduced it to about 2K. So I think it's great overall, and like I said, it doesn't use a plugin, which makes it really good. So in addition to this map, we have color map markers multi, and I had this mod for quite a while, so I don't even know if it's still available, but I will try to link it if I can. This will give the map markers individual colors based on the location, like forts, dungeons, settlements, etc. will have their own individual colors. So I really like having the different color map markers, as it helps me to better see the icons when I use these custom paper map mods. Next is Blubbo's Whiterun, which will add trees around the city. It's performance friendly, at least after I reduced the textures, because originally this mod was over a gigabyte in size, and there was no way I was going to give up a whole damn gigabyte just to have some trees in Whiterun. So I do not need 8K trees unless I'm going to be standing there inches away from it in first person just staring at it. So I'm good with reducing the textures. If you want to give up gigs to stare at 8K trees that look almost identical to 1K trees, then go ahead, more power to you. Overall though, I think this mod actually does look good. I love the saturated leaves and the way they blow. It fits my my game style. But I will say that I'm actually not going to keep this mod because it didn't give me the look that I wanted. I wanted to cover more of the sky and the market area similar to Paradise City, so I would just have to keep searching for another Whiterun Trees mod. But anyway, that's going to do it for me. All of these mods shown in the video can be found on the Nexus. I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you later.